Hey guys, well, got lots of stuff going on here in the shop. Got stuff to do today, and we're going to talk about some stuff here first. Anyways, there's the axle transmission from the Rotavator parts we got here. That thing's freaking heavy. Got it all stripped down, and it's I need to modify it. I need to cut it where that green piece of tape is in here, because basically what I want to do is take the shaft. Here's the shaft here, and I kind of buried under crap. I'm gonna get my hands; it's so greasy. Take this shaft here, cut it down, and maybe once I get, I have a milling machine, and it's actually I had to send it back because something was wrong with it. It's made by Grizzly, but anyways, I'm gonna get my milling machine back. I need to cut a keyway in the shaft, and then I can put a little U-joint in there. So this would be a drive, because there's a drive on the front that drives this off the engine. Drive right there, right? The pulley there on the front. So the engine will power that, or a hydraulic motor. I haven't quite decided yet. I do like the hydraulic motor because you have because I need hydraulics anyway for this machine anyway, for the articulating tractor. So I'm aiming to buy an Orbit motor. We call it Orbit motor, hydraulic Orbit Orbit motor or hydraulic motor, whichever you want, however you want to say it. I call it Orbit motor. But anyway, so that would probably drive that, right? And of course, the more you rev the engine, faster it goes. So similar to that there. So cut that, and then I'm gonna turn some lights on here. Sorry, it's dark in here. So the idea is to put that transmission in this here. Gotta take this front end off here and mock it all up. We'll probably do some cutting in here, get rid of some of this plates in here, but I'm not doing any cutting until I reinforce it with 1/8" plate. So it's quite the process, right? And the brake pedal has to be moved on this side. Bring that up, and basically I will have the transmission, so the drive shaft will have a U-joint on it. Well, might be, well, I'm going to put a U-joint on it anyway. A good size U-joint on here. It comes through here, big size U-joint, and then to here, which will drive, that transmission there will drive this rear axle transmission. So, of course, this here ought to be in gear. So, and then when I put that one back, when this transmission, because this is this forward reverse. So when that goes in reverse, this one here has to go in neutral and spin it back. Or if I want to run, or unless I want to run full drive, just shift it into gear or into reverse. So this machine will be can either drive it as 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, because it's a transmission here, right? So I really like that. It's really funky and cool. I like that kind of stuff. I like the fiddly farty stuff sometimes. But yeah, so that's gonna drive that, and I'm gonna need a part for this here. I forget the name of the damn part. What the hell is it? It's not a jack shaft. It's something else. It's just this little. It's like a axle, regular axle. It's a little tiny little box thing where the drive comes in like this, and then they have a vertical, they have a horizontal shaft and a vertical shaft, like this, right? So you get one of those little box things. I forget what they're called. You guys can comment in the video if you guys know. Maybe Mr. Rusty Glovebox can tell me about that. So he'll know that kind of stuff. But anyways, it'll drive this transmission, right? with the dry shaft off the transmission. It will drive this with that special box in here. So it's going to be cool. Just take a little bit of time and money. I do need to get some 1/8 inch plate for this here to reinforce it. I'm going to have to modify either something in here, either cut this down or match it somehow. Probably end up cutting it down a little bit, cutting it on an angle like this, and put my pivot point in here. So yeah, pretty interesting. So it's a lot of work. I just have a few pictures online. But the rest of it's pretty much know-how. So it's just the way it goes. So I need to take that front end off there, maybe do it a little bit later, and makes it probably a little more mobile. Have the front end on there, I can turn. Well, I can't really turn, but yeah, whatever. I'll take that off anyway. Then we'll have to cut this in half so we can start monkeying around with it. So yeah, so it's gonna be quite the project. But with this cutting the shaft here caused a bit of a problem, because now I need to put a bearing in that shaft there, in this tube, because there's a tube in there, and put a bearing in there somehow, make some kind of flange like this, sort of like that, keep them together with an oil ring. Probably end up copying this, really. I could probably copy this kind of a thing. So yeah. I originally wanted to find a lawn tractor, another lawn tractor for parts for a transmission. That would give me some more spare parts, but it's just more and more cost, right? Just trying to make this as low buck project as much as I can, but it never seems to go that way. The original idea was to go with 2 lawn tractor transmissions and power them with their own hydraulic motor. I don't know if you guys know anything about hydraulic motors, but they're very, very expensive. They're about, the cheapest one I found online was about $200 a piece, and they go up in price, right? I know skid steers, they're lots of money. So, but that was one of the options, because I have to run hydraulics on it anyway, right? So that's just one of the things. So yeah, just it's a bunch of different things on it. You can't run pulleys on it. I can't. It could bend in the center, right? You can't have pulleys on it. So you know, the idea with having the hydraulic motor, having 2 transmissions, right? Before you go with 2 lawn tractor transmissions, I'm going to have to put a hydraulic motor there on a pulley to run this one, and a hydraulic motor on the front to power that one. So these are options. I'm going to go with this idea because this is a heavy duty application, and I like that, and it'll give me everything I want. It'll just give me everything I need. So other than farting around with some shafts and that kind of stuff, this is the best setup. But you know, I got this here now, and I'm going to use it. It's a little more work to do it this way, and a lot more heavy duty. So you know, I need to find some tires yet too. These are big tires. Most lawn tractors I've seen have the small little tires on it. So yeah, I don't know. I need to really do some more scrounging, maybe, if I want to go that size of tire. One of my concerns was about going this route is stripping out the keyway in that shaft, because this is a better system where this is quite similar to the Kubota, the B series Kubota I had, because it had a pin through the hub. See that? That's a lot better system, less chance of it shearing. Better system, right? As a transmission off the lawn tractor, There's a keyway in here on the hub, and it's a good size hub, a good size shaft, but we'll have to see how things go. But I'm kind of nervous about the keyway shearing, so that's maybe something for a later date where a guy's gonna have to drill a hole in the hub, in the axle shaft, and put a bolt in there similar to what's on that there, a bolt or a hardened pin, some sorts, like was on there originally. So probably a hardened, like 8 grade bolt or something, and to go that route.